Shadowmoor this week. So last week our beta draft, it it went pretty terribly. Chat, you're all terrible. I blame Epic. That's essentially the summary. We got completely just outvalued round one, and then round two, someone dropped, so we got at least a bye there. Round three, game one was a little even, kind of. You know, we held our own until near the end of that game, and we got turn four channel fireballed game two. So not well. We did not win a single game. It's a rough shape. But we're gonna do a little bit better this week. I am. Nope. Did something happen? You're alive still, right? Yeah. We're live. Okay. We are slowly getting people in here. I will be in chat answering questions and letting you all help pick if you want. I don't know who we have here. Epic, unfortunately, I don't think is going to be helping out tonight, so he looks like he's in to just provide an extra drafter, though he's not playing this week. So we will see what happens. Yeah, I think we're waiting on a couple more. I know we have 6 people playing this week. Epic's acting as a pseudo bot. Yeah, I think we're just waiting on one more to start. Drafting Shadowmoor, so don't remember too much about this. Did a little bit of looking at it. Lots of good splashable dual cards because there's the double mana symbols that we got used to after a while. Haven't really used since. A little bit in Ravnica, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm a big fan of Lorwyn and just the plane, the block, everything about it. So good to be going back. So we did. So the last Lorwyn draft I did, I think I missed the second one, but the last, no, I didn't. I don't remember 100%, but the last Lorwyn one I did and remember. I drafted Wizard Tribal. That's not a tribe, if any of you are familiar in in Lorwyn, but it was a lot of merfolk, a lot of fairies, and mostly just wizards. It's pretty sweet. I think I took it 2-1, lost against Roberto, who just no one was in giants, and he grabbed every single giant there was, and the deck was very bomby, very powerful. I definitely could have switched into that, but I wanted to play my wizards. I was pretty excited to see that. So hopefully starting up in a minute here. Let's see what we got. Just trying to. I'm seeing if. No, I think we're all set. I think we're just waiting to start here. Obviously, ideal if we find 8, but I'd rather start now and just play with a 6 this week. 2 minutes until draft start time, and I think unless we find more people really quickly, I think it'll just be. Oh, we have actually an 8th. Hopefully it ends up being 9 sinners here. Okay. Oh, and we are starting. Alright, what do we have? Boon Reflection. Gain life, we gain that much life instead. I'm not a huge fan of that. Leechwood Swamp. If I have things, it gets better. Heaped all, nothing exciting. You with number of white permanence. Control, that's not great. +1/+1 as long as you control another blue creature. not bad at all, actually. I don't mind that. Good fairy. Consign. Bounce permanent. If it's red or green, it gets better. I really like Steel of the Godhead. I think that's a phenomenal card. I'm a big fan of Ballynock Cohort as well, but again, not ideal. So I'm looking between like Steel and Cohort here. I'm not positive where I want to be. I think Steel gets very specific. Like ideally, like you want to have creatures that are multicolored. I think that's a little tougher. So we're gonna take the creature with evasion. Not much removal here, obviously, but we're doing our best. We're taking the next best thing, evasion. What do we have here? Curse Catcher is very nice. Elsewhere Flask is interesting. Definitely haven't seen that much places. Advice from the Fae. Look at the top 5 cards. If you control more creatures than any other player, put 2 of them. Otherwise, you get 1 of them. And you can cast it for 3 blue, or any combination of mana, as long as it's. I mean, that's not a bad card. Marauders being Trample and Persist is very helpful. Wither, obviously very nice. I mean, we're definitely not locked into a color with that. Guttural Response is interesting. I really do like Curse Catcher. Rare in this pack looked, I guess, to be good. Curse Catcher is not bad because there's a lot of like tricks, and we can definitely go into blue. I'm looking at either Marauders, which I think is a very powerful card, or Curse Catcher, which is not as ideal. It's essentially just a little bit of a force spike, and I think I'm just a little biased because I do enjoy me some Merfolk action. At 5 mana, Marauders isn't great. There's a lot of these that can be blocked by the shared enemy color, it looks like. I don't remember my color names, but we're gonna roll with the Marauders. Easiest to splash. Players can't gain life. Damage can't be prevented. All damage is dealt as though its source has Wither. Interesting. A cantrip. Moving counters. The untap stuff is weird. Safe Hold Elite is not bad. Persist is really good. Persist essentially is evasion in its finest form, in that it trades or it jumps and can live to do it twice. Metamorphose, obviously a great card, but not here. Safe Hold Elite allows us to be in green. Which I think is kind of ideal. Sickle Ripper is nice in terms of Wither, but again, like I'd rather have the 2/2 with Persist. Like I'd rather have the consistency. Toil to Renown, while I like the card, not great. So we're going to take the Elite here and try to get this Persist going. Little Persist train. Lone Dragger Giant. Definitely, if we're in green, is nice. Curse of Chains has always been good. Watchwing Scarecrow, man. I played a lot of stuff from Shadowmoor that I didn't actually know was from Shadowmoor, I guess. Put away a counter target spell. You can shuffle a card from the graveyard into your library. That's not bad, actually. I like the counter spell. I think we could go like green, blue, tempo. Counter spell is nice. Curse of Chains is very good. Which I definitely don't mind that because it allows us to be green-white or green-blue still. Keeps us fairly open, so I think I'm going to roll with that. What do we have here? 2/1 Flying Defender Wither. Boy, do I love this set. Let's try one of them at random. What is this? Safe Hold Sentry, not great. Just untapping it, making it a better blocker. I don't like blocking. Steel of the Godhead looking much better with some of this stuff. Though Ghastly Discovery is just card advantage. But, who cares? I think I'm going to take Steel of the Godhead here. Parapet Watchers is nice, but ideally we'd be in blue-white for that. I think we want to go colors that aren't necessarily supported here, mostly because it allows us to splash a little bit more. So we're going to take Steel here. I really like the card. Mistveiled Plains is nice. Somnomancer, I can't read. That would be helpful, considering I play a game that's all about reading and making sure you know what the card does, but oh well. When it comes into play, you may tap target creature. It's not a bad late game, but again, there's like other things we can do with that. Raven's Run Dragoon is nice. Just again, evasion. I like playing mill. Anyone who's watching knows that I like playing mill. Nothing exciting here though. The mill is terrible. It's not anything that I'd like to be doing. Good blocker, but again, don't like blocking. I'd rather be attacking, and a 3/3 for 4 is just solid. Slight upside. Looks like we're in green-blue a little bit. I like this. I like where we're at. I'm going to be a little bit blunt about that. That's interesting if you're in green-white. Just, I mean, again, like, life gain, we tried it worked with Pestilence. This is actually, Stream of Life was very helpful last draft for those of you that joined us and helped with that. That was really helpful with our Pestilence games. It allowed us to last a lot longer. Pestilence put in some good work here, but not really where we want to be. Wildslayer has Wither, nothing else really exciting here, so we're going to take that. Turn to Mist Flickers. Do we have anything good with Flickers? Root Cutters is good. Again, like these 4-mana 3/3s are very nice. White is open. I'm tempted to go into green-white here. I mean, we could. Steel's not entirely great. Nothing good flickers here besides maybe like a persist creature. Not a huge fan of that. Vulnerable Moth is okay. Last Breath is fine. I'm debating between the Gas Spark and the Root Cutters here, mostly because Root Cutters kind of solidifies us in blue-green, whereas if we take like the Gas Spark, it's like green-white. No, 6 toughness is pretty solid in this. Illuminated Folio is obviously like very nice if you're playing the long game. I'd pick it up another time, but I think I'm going to go with the green-white here. Worst case, it's still just in our blue-green colors. So we'll roll with that. Githkin Rabble looking a lot better now. Number of white permanents we control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. We might roll into white a little bit. Green-white. Green-white's not looking terrible. That drops us out 1 card from it. We are ahead. Githkin Rabble is okay, so I'm definitely kind of excited to see that. Especially with the persist options allowing us to just get bigger and create a little bit of a board stall here. Definitely excited to see that. So again, it's like Cohort or Rabble, and it really depends on what else we get. We don't have to be solidified into anything until the final one. So Curse Catcher does kind of put us into blue. Parenton Medic. Now that with the flicker effect is really neat. It's a 5 mana though. I like Dragoon here. Elsewhere Flask is fine. But again, like, not really great in here. And we are fairly open. Blue-green looks like our best option. Or just green-white. Safehold Duo. Giving some really solid options to green-white. Or even just the blue-green pattern, just with the amount of green-white stuff we have. I'll take put away here. I really like the counterspell. If we end up in blue, there's going to be a lot of deck building decisions we have to make here. Definitely in some combination of band. Ghastly Discovery is a nice wheel. I'll take the Merfolk here as a 1-drop. Again, like nothing ideal. This is going to be an experience to try and set up. We are fairly solid into blue though, so this Kithkin Rebel is looking worse and worse the more we take. Though I was pretty excited to at least have it, just in case, because like obviously I could see not playing Drown or Discovery Cohort put away. Those are very reasonable cards I could see not playing. I don't think there's a world in which we don't. I think we definitely play blue-green. But I think it's not unreasonable depending on the next set of packs, and I think that's one of the things I was reading about with this draft is, you know, it's fairly easy to stay open until you don't have to be. Blue-white. What about blue-white? It still leaves us most of the stuff and cuts Elves Marauders. That's actually not bad. Scarecrow is pretty nice. Okay. Not really looking at Dusk Urchins here. Raking Canopy is just hard defense. Grief Tyrant's so good. Let's see. Hungry Spriggan is interesting, but not great. Consigned Dream's okay. Root Cutters, again, okay. What does happen if we go blue-white? We lose some of the multicolored stuff. Like, Steel just gets weirder. Like, we don't have that option. I mean, we could easily pick one up. I don't really want to go 3 colors here. There's like 0 fixing. So curious. Like what we want to do here, there's not. Giant Baiting is not bad. Nothing's really sticking out. Like the Root Cutters is okay. Consigned to Dream is okay. 3 mana bounce. But like, again, I think Raking Canopy is very likely to wheel. I'm gonna take the removal here. It's like the when in doubt, take removal kind of thing. I mean, Piersight Marrow just like fixes our draws. Ruin Wisps is nice. I really love Cavaliers. Oh man, that's a good card. Duo. Till end of turn you may play that card. That's so weird. I mean, it's play, not cast, so realistically we could grab lands off that. Nurture Initiates, okay, so I'm looking at Cavaliers or the Click here. What's going to work best with our stuff? Do we have ways to, like, tap? We don't really have consigned cards. I think we're blue-white, weirdly. So, I'm going to cut Elves Marauders here. At the moment, we're blue-white. That could easily change. Metamorphose is such a good card. I kind of like Click. I think realistically, I mean, Cavaliers is so good. But that also is like triple white. So we're going to take Click here. Helps us win the long game. Sondomancer. Armored Ascension is very, very good. Kitchen Finks, great card. Oh, it's an oof too. I didn't actually realize that. That was actually neat. I don't know what an oof is, but here we are. Chat, if someone knows, you can let me know, but I honestly have no clue. I'm liking kitchen things. Good value, has persist. A little bit awkward to play. We have the green-white duo, right? Do we? We do. I really like the blue that we have, though. So I'm looking at either Somnomancer. We do have blue-white. Somnomancer's not bad, but I think we just take Kitchen Finks here. Any of these three would be happy seeing again Ascension Cohort Somnomancer, so I'm not too worried. Memory Plunder steals an instant or sorcery. Yeah. Oh, Thistledown Duo. We have the green-white one and we have the blue-white one. I'm actually kind of down for that. Especially since we're in blue-white. Yeah, I really like this. Okay, Medic. Barkshell Blessing's okay. Turn to Mist is a flicker effect. Do we have anything we want to flicker? We have 2 persist creatures and maybe a blocker. I mean, Woolleacher's a good blocker, and it also helps keep our persist creatures going. Like, honestly, that's like an engine with Finks. I'm not really excited about anything in this pack. I'll take Woolleacher here, mostly because it works with what we're doing. Spectral Procession, so that another Kitchen Finks. I'm not sure I want that. Safe Hold Duo. So it's Finks or Duo. I'd like to say Finks, honestly. That's like an awkward thing, but like it works with our Woolleacher, and just good value for what it is. There's a lot of flying in this set. We didn't get the green to come around. Like, very mixed here. We have a duo. I want to stay low to the ground, and Finks is going to help us get ahead if we need to. Oh, look, we got another duo. Don't want another Dragoon here. Scrap Basket, Scrap Basket. There's so many Scarecrows in here. I mean, what, like... we're taking the duo here. Dunglow's pretty bad, because we're not officially in green. And I don't think we need a third Dragoon. Yeah, we have 2 Dragoons already. I think we'll take the third Dragoon over the third duo. But other than that, I think we want the duo here. So we're going to take Safe Hold Duo. Oh boy. A 1 with Flash. Okay. So Ghastly Discovery, maybe. We already have one, and I don't want to, like... A Harpoonist is okay, but being able to be in both colors with Flash, I really like this. And it's a 1-drop. So here we are. Yeah, we're taking that. Drowner Initiate. Oh boy. Root Cutters is probably a little better here. Just the value, I guess. Memories. Okay. Cerulean Wisps is okay. It's a cantrip. Right, that untaps a creature. So it'll untap a blocker at instant speed, nonetheless. Memory Sluice isn't great. I like playing Mill, but oh well. Cerulean Wisps, at least it's a cantrip. It'll help us get through our deck. I'm going to take Last Breath here. So like obviously like life gain's a little rough, but being able to exile a tiny creature is really nice, especially there's some really annoying ones that we won't necessarily get to kill with combat. But their counterspell is nice. Scarecrow's a little costly. 6 mana 4/4 Wither Vigilance. Vigilance isn't bad. And if we control a green creature, we control a white creature. I want to be playing to the board. I'm not sure I actually want to be playing a bunch of instant speed stuff. We're going to take the Scarecrow. That might be questionable. I'm going to take Strip Bear. That's going to sideboard. Watching Scarecrow, pretty nice. I think I'll... Yeah, I think I'll take the second one over the third duo. And then Blazethorn. Okay. Painter Servant. Oh. Chat, we got Painter Servant. Oh man, okay. Hex Hunter's nice. I'm gonna go and get rid of some of these things we don't necessarily need, like that's going to the board. Okay. Painter Servant's okay, and it allows us to be everything. And I think that's kind of ideal. It also allows us to, so if we want everything, okay, so for like Steel of the Godhead, we can make things blue or white. We can also make things like green to give this Wither for the Root Cutters. Okay, this might seem like a questionable choice here, but I really like Painter Servant. It's not terrible in this draft. I mean, that's fine. Again, like the horns are awkward. Repel Intruders, not bad. Ether Toe. I mean, I guess we do kind of have to play a little bit at instant speed. Counter a creature spell, get 2 soldiers. I mean, I don't mind that. I'll take it. I'm regretting not taking the counter spell, obviously, at that point. Ether Toe being pretty good. Silkbind Fairy, not terrible, but again, like it's just so weird. And Waiter, a little weird. I'm okay taking it if it wheels, which it might. Ether Toe's very good. Oh man, a second Painter Servant, I cannot take that. Oh, the Crag Treads. We have another 4 mana 3/3. Other things I like, the Wisps, Gaspark's fine, Cohort's fine. Obviously, like, Painter Servant's cool, but we have one. I think the fact that that passed says a lot. I think that means there's a lot of people that aren't 100% sure, especially since I was pack 4, so Sinner, Epic, Ricky, so a lot of people I don't think are sure what they want to be doing yet, which is okay. Like, I think that's reasonable. But there's also, I think it's a very good card to be passing on, especially if you're doing some fancy, like, blue-white stuff like we're doing. It goes outside of the colors, so I don't think they're 100% doing that. So Poison Well is okay, Elsewhere Flask is fine. It's a little bit of mana fixing. I guess it's like Elsewhere Flask or Initiate. Initiate's like awkward, and we might not play it. We're definitely not going to play Elsewhere Flask though, I don't think. Draw a card plus mana fixing. I'll take it just in case. I don't really like anything there. Yeah, it's really not great. Seed Cradle, which is awkward. Countervore, pretty bad in draft. I like Put Away. I don't mind Gravel Guild Duo. Not excited about it though. This requires green mana. Smash to Smithereens was in this set. Man, this was a set. Put Away. I think we're gonna roll with here at this point. It's Swans. And then we're gonna force Swan. Like Swans is so good. I mean, it doesn't die essentially. Like for the most part, in this set, it doesn't die. We're gonna take Swans here. It's a flyer. It doesn't die. It's in our colors. Yeah, they get to draw cards, but like, there's not much they're doing here. The Scarecrows are awkward. We may cut them. Nope, we got new cards. Dream Salvage, very bad. I like Guardian. Don't mind Curse Catcher. Curse Catcher is like, people can play around it. You know, it's not like it has Flash or necessarily like we're playing it in a Flash deck. But like Vile, like, that's not actually as good as I'd like it to be. I think it has its uses though. And like stalling people's instants for a turn is very nice. Sinking Feeling. So Sinking Feeling is interesting. With some of our untapped creatures, it's like okay with click. But it's not great. Like -1, -1 counters are a very good way to get rid of people. But I think I might take Somnomancer here. I don't know though. Somnomancer has other tech. Last Breath here. Again, like, there's a lot of 2-drops. Fate Transfer. Okay. Windwaiter gives us another reason to play Cerulean Wisps, and then also gives us, I think we take away the Initiate. I think that's not being played. I'm trying to look at the deck here and see what we'll be playing and what we won't be. We're pretty hard in blue-white here, which is very nice to see, and also allows us to be like all of these other dual cards that are just good, but technically out of our colors. Double Finks is nice. I think I'm going to take Windwaiter here. It's awkward. It might come in. It's probably going to go to the board. I mean, Memory Sluice is in our colors. You know? Initiate, also going to the board. Memory Sluice to the board. A lot of this at the point is to the sideboard. Getting our first pairings. Playing Jace. We're just waiting on, like, Jace has our last pack, but Memory Sluice, Memory Sluice. I don't think we're playing Initiate. I mean, not bad for this. I might be valuing Kitchen Finks a little too high. Parapet Watchers. That was something we had. Okay, so we're at 37 cards in the main deck. We have a lot of cards we wanted to play here. I think Windwaiter is very cute. I think it has You know, I think it has options, but like, and also in that case, Will-O-Wisps goes. Curse Catcher is not bad. A 2 for 2 with flying is fairly solid. I think there's a couple of things we want. I think we need Elsewhere Flask. I think it's kind of our best fixing here. Parapet Watcher's okay, good defense. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Again, not as much of a fan of these Scarecrows. They're definitely worse than everything else we're doing unless we have payoffs. So I'm going to cut them for now. There's definitely applications to a lot of these. Safe Hold Duo might actually go. Will Leecher is very nice. So we want to be at 17 lands. So we need to cut like 9 cards. Kenneth Unravel's rough. Like, it's just a trash top deck. Like, I'd rather see so many other cards. Add 4 mana. Cohort's another one of those options. Like, it's got evasion, but, you know, like, I'd rather see a birds. Or, you know, so let's see, something at 2 mana. I think Painter Servant is going to end up being cut. It's a little bit cute. Even Lifelink is good. Or just even Unblockable is good. Like, that's the thing, is like, it doesn't have to be both. It doesn't have to be Duo or Crag Treads. I think we definitely cut at least one of that. A Safe Hold Duo. I mean, maybe we cut the 4 drops. I think we very much cut Gaspark here. I think that's not what we want to be doing at 5 mana. It's very handy, but we want to be playing to the board. Messing with creatures. I think Painter Servant again is a little too cute here. Maxwell Click is pretty good, and people weren't in blue, which I get, you know? Which is probably the reason it wasn't taken, because we definitely got that, like, it was like pack 2, pick 2, or pick 3 or something like that, so that's, there's no terrible reason for that. Parapet Watchers, I think I'm going to cut. We have Kitchen Finks. It's okay, and, you know, the entire rest of the table has everything but the Kitchen Finks. I think you will be here all night. Ghastly Discovery I'm going to cut. We don't really want to be discarding stuff. And we're very down to top deck a lot of this stuff. Again, like, that's the thing, is like, removal, great. I'm going to cut one last breath. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4 green creatures, 5, 6 green creatures. That's actually a good chunk of the deck for Duo. I don't actually think we want to be playing Duo. Vigilance is fine, but not great. Bull Leecher is a nice top end, and it's cute tech too. But we are not playing many. It's Sphinx. It makes Sphinx so good. We just need to cut one more. So I'm debating Curse Catcher. I'm just looking at Cohort's very good. What's our curve look like? Time to sort by CMC. 2 1-drops. That's like 6 2-drops is pretty nice, though. They're not all going to be 2-drops, quote unquote. Concentrium, Sphinx, Godhead, Duo. Solid amount of 3-drops. We have a lot of 4-drops. Most of our deck. So do we want the putaways? I mean, we probably want at least one. I'm not a fan of Ether Toe. Maybe it's good. Maybe we cut a put away. It's definitely going to be a 4-drop that we're cutting here. I'm going to be pretty blunt about that. It's got to be a 4-drop. I love that we're playing swans. I'm trying to see if there's anything in our sideboard here that we actually want over what we're doing. Honestly, no. I don't feel great about any of those. So I guess the question here is, do we cut put away? How much do we want to be playing at instant speed? I mean, we could literally cut like put away, ether toe, repel, and just play a ton of creatures. Okay, so we're at, let's take a look. We're at 24, so we need to cut one, theoretically. I don't actually, yeah, I think we want 17 lands. No, we have no way to filter them. We could actually run with 16. Alright. I don't have a problem with this, actually. Oh, never mind. Never do suggest lands in a Shadowmoor Draft. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we want 16 lands here, which is usually 8 and 8. I kind of want to go 9, 7 white just to be able to cast Kitchen Finks, but I think we're just going to go 8 and 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Alright, so we are looking at 8 island, 8 plains, 2 1-drops, 6 2-drops, 5 3-drops, a ton of 4-drops, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10 4-drops, and a 6-drop. I really like Wool Leecher. It's a fine creature, but just being able to like powerhouse Kitchen Finks as well as kind of a safe hold weight, but that's irrelevant. Just like 4 life every single time with Kitchen Finks. It's just so nice. There's no way to sack it, obviously. So I think we're going to roll with that. I think we are the last person to do so, but that's just, we're having issues here. Fortunately, we will not get to do gameplay tonight. Have not set that up yet. But I'll let you know how this does. There's definitely some sideboard stuff. Definitely 15 lands was not the right call last time. 16 was a lot better and made our games actually fair. Chat, so wow, we're on the same page. Yeah, so I think there's options. I think, you know, Scarecrow. The Scarecrows are okay. If we get too many like targeted, like, you know, like the 4-drops, you know, like can't be blocked by whatever. Like if we get a lot of the ones that can't be blocked by red or the white or blue, probably bring in some Scarecrows. There's not much else to say about this. So there's some decent sideboard cards here. I'm looking forward to playing these games, and I'll let you know how Swans goes. Try to mill some people out. But other than that, that is the look of our deck, and I will let you know next week how these games go. Thanks everyone, and have a good night, and hope you enjoyed our invitational earlier. There's a lot of people. We got some good showing to that, and you know, it was good to see. But people are probably tired. So looking forward to this week's playing, and next week we are drafting Vintage Cube. So I am very excited for that. I've been doing a lot of Vintage Cube prep. I'm not an MTGO player, but I've been doing some practice and just kind of taking a look at where everything goes, and I'm super ready for Vintage Cube. So definitely looking forward to that. And well, thanks for joining, and I'll see you all next time.